We're back with more Secrets of the Obscure. We're gonna try to actually go for a double knockout here, since we have a little bit of a quick sprint to do to finish up Secrets of the Obscure and then finally get into Jontier Wilds. And again, I've been warned many times that the second half of Secrets of the Obscure is not very good, and I can kind of see it, but I'll hold my judgment at the end. We'll see how it unfolds. We're essentially in Innernios, trying to basically take down Eparch. Also, if I'm coughing a lot or my voice seems a little bit strange, I don't know why, but I just had like another coughing fit and it was weird. But it's feeling a little bit better, but I'll mute if it gets a little bit overbearing again. As always, accompanied with water.
Wayfinder?
Galrath, didn't expect to see you here.
Didn't expect to be here, but somebody has to keep an eye on this mess for Isgarin, and it fell to me.
He still has his doubts then.
Plenty, but you'll get to plead your case. Let's get to it.
The last of our ensemble arrives. Good. There is much to cover, and our window will close if we don't move quickly.
What's the situation?
What's the situation?
The first barrier has fallen, so we can breach farther into their defenses to gain more ground. But more ground means more to cover, and we're stretched thin as it is. One way or another, we need more soldiers. Once we have them, we'll be able to pressure their last lines of defense as we prepare for an assault on the Citadel.
Can we get the Astral Ward's full support?
Can we get the Astral Ward's full support?
Isgarin's answer is no. We're still recovering from the Cryptus attack, and this is not our battle.
Of course he's saying no.
What happens here will affect Tyria.
That's why Isgarin has been kind enough to allow the volunteers to support you. If you want the full backing of the Astral Ward, prove to us that Paitha can prevent the Cryptus from being a threat to Tyria.
Paitha has already proved herself to...
Calm now, Ramses. He will get the proof he desires in time.
What about the local Cryptus?
What about the local Cryptus?
Eparch's hold on this world is more tenuous than it may appear. My people fear him, but there are limits to the control that fear grants. What we need is someone that they respect. Someone they will follow, even against Eparch.
You mean General Nephis?
Who is Nephis?
Who is Nephis?
Eparch's former second-in-command. He has always been the more respected of the two, which is why he's still alive. Eparch has kept him quiet and contained, but he can't kill him. Nephis commands too much loyalty from the soldiers.
Where he goes, the masses will follow. It's time we track the old general down. This may take some time, but the war has widened, and there is need for your talents elsewhere on the battlefield. Gather what information you can as you assist our forces in the fight. Once he is found, I will have use for you again.
Okie dokie. We have an opportunity in front of us, Wayfinder. We best do what we can to squeeze every drop from it. What can you tell me about Nephis?
What can you tell me about Nephis?
I served under him myself for a long time. A brilliant strategist, peerless warrior, and a noble leader. Those things made him a liability to our gluttonous king. He couldn't be trusted to follow the more gruesome orders. Nephis commands too much respect to be simply disposed of. So instead, Epoch forced him into retirement. But he is watched closely. Epoch knows that any movement with the general involved would be a real threat.
I see. They took that better than I expected. Still, it looks like you're gonna ask me something. Go on then, out with it. What is Isgarin's plan if we fail?
What is Isgarin's plan if we fail?
The total destruction of Nyos and the Cryptus, most likely. It's what I advised in the first place. We have no reason to believe they can be peaceful, and the risk if you're wrong is the destruction of Tyria. Better to not take that risk. You have too much faith in them, far more than they've earned. But like I said, you've got your chance to prove me wrong. Better get to it. One last thing, Wayfinder. Isgarin is still allowing volunteers to join you here. The next group will be arriving soon. They're here because they believe in you, not Patha. Don't waste their lives.
I expected that Isgarin wouldn't want to commit more resources here. Still, at least we have a chance to prove ourselves now. Aren't you eager to get back to Tyria?
Aren't you eager to get back to Tyria now that the gate is open?
Of course. But I need to make sure that Tyria will have a future. And that means finishing this first. The front line is where I belong. Where I can do the most good. I'll leave when the war is over. Besides, Ramses and Patha saved my life. As long as they need my help, I have an obligation to offer it.
Will Patha's plan convince the Cryptus actually work?
Will Patha's plan to convince the Cryptus actually work?
I don't know. So far. The Cryptus here have been beaten down for centuries. They must want change. Fear can only keep people under your thumb for so long. Especially when you start killing them indiscriminately. Living under Epoch may actually be a fate worse than death. At least with us, they have a chance to survive.
Hey, before you go, would you make an appearance for our new volunteers? You're pretty popular, you know. I'd be honored. Yeah, this throat thing is like throwing me off a little bit.
Volunteers for you, ready to face the demon hordes. Frode, you're an unexpected sight.
There's battles to be fought, Wayfinder. I may be getting older, but I still never retreat. Besides, I needed to check in with our forward group, see how they were handling it. Triage is in order, troops are looking disciplined, and you've secured a solid foothold in the area. You've done an excellent job here, soldier. Couldn't have done it better myself.
Thank you, Warden.
Well, I need to get out into the field. But I'm sure Arena will be happy to get you up to speed.
Of course, Wayfinder.
I knew this place couldn't beat you. Too much of your mother in you for that.
And there's more dialogue back at the camp. You can't see it on the map, but it's there. Is there more you would ask of me, Wayfinder? Has it been difficult to convince the Cryptists to change sides?
Has it been difficult to convince the Cryptists to change sides?
A mighty struggle, yes. Understand, it is not because the majority are loyal to the tyrant. They are not. The problem is one of fear, of terror. They have seen what happens to those who cross him. They don't yet believe we can protect them from his ravenous appetites. That's why we must show them that loyalty to Epoch is no shield from his capriciousness. He will gladly devour his own.
Do you believe that Patha can keep Nios peaceful?
Do you believe that Patha can keep Nios peaceful?
I believe in her quest for a new Nios, yes. Or I would not have pledged my horns to her. But can the Cryptists accept peace at all? That's a more heady question, isn't it? Epoch has ruled this place since your world was young. This is the only order the Cryptists have ever known. I believe a better path exists, but it has to be discovered. And then, we have to travel down it. That will take time.
Who else besides Nephis do we need to account for?
Who else besides Nephis do we need to account for?
Epoch has a few other generals he can still call on, and all of them are vicious creatures in their own right. We've heard talk that Queen Labris might be slithering out of the Citadel, which would be a significant escalation. There are also the twin generals, Alcaeus and Xantheron, but Epoch likes to keep them close for his own comfort. Let us hope it stays that way. I've seen the horrors they are capable of when their reins are removed.
That's all I had. Thank you for your time. How about you and your very unimpressive armor? Isgarin is too skeptical of Patha.
Isgarin is too skeptical of Patha.
You're misunderstanding Isgarin's concern. Would Patha be less of a threat to Tyria than Epoch? Almost certainly. But how many Astral Ward lives will it cost to roll those dice? If it had been good news that needed delivering, would Isgarin have sent me to do it?
You're staying in Nios.
You're staying in Nios?
As long as I need to. I'll be keeping an eye on things, and sending reports back to the Wizards. You know how this works. Show me that our soldiers are in good hands, and you'll get the resources you need.
That's all for now. I will admit it's kind of it is kind of nice to see that like there is a little bit of pushback from, you know, the commander, or rather the Wayfinder, getting support, because usually it just takes an instance and be like, okay, we believe you. But the Astral Ward is being a little bit more like, we need more than that, which is kind of refreshing. It's just that, like, Secrets of the Obscure feels like everything's happening too fast.
An unexpected boon of this journey has surely been Ramses'.
Okay, complete events, which means... did you mean Rift Hunt? I think you mean hunt some rifts. Oh no!
down!
Also, I forgot to swap off of Fluff Chat. There we go. Or swap onto Fluff Chat.
Rush.
So, oh my goodness, there is so much stuff on like the side right there.
Kill them all!
Maybe I should consider shrinking down the UI a little bit.
Nice.
Because it feels like
I
a
feel
little overwhelming.
vulnerable.
That'll silence you.
Endurance drained. Buster.
Oh no, you don't.
More than enough.
Pressure.
And then we can do the recon run after this.
You lose.
You gonna let me do it? No?
These
Okay.
reinforcements are just what we needed. Think what we could do with the whole ward. We think we've found Nephis, but we need to scout the area first. Draw their attention away for a bit longer.
Wait, what does that do? Oh, that's a redo. Okay. That's a redo button. I've never done this before. At least, Internios I don't visit often because, like...
Just who I was hoping to see. We're making progress down here.
I never see anyone do the meta events
Raining down on
anymore.
us the whole time. If you could get up there on your sky scale and take them out, it'd give us room to advance even farther.
Plus, this is a good way to, you know, show off the map a little bit better. Probably could have done this on the Griffin, but I feel like I would really need to know my map pretty well. Okay, that didn't work. Ah, okay. That is something. That is certainly something that you could just throw at me. Well, I'm not getting gold or silver this time. That's for sure. All right, let's find another rift, and then once this finishes, should give us progress by the time we finish the other rift. Oh, I see. I'm gonna have to waypoint over there.
Ramsey speaks highly of
And still try to figure out how to get over there. I love it when, like, the rift searching thing takes me across the map like that. Very, very good. Especially when the maps are kind of a nightmare to traverse.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Hurts, doesn't it?
For great justice.
So I guess to kind of like talk about like what's currently going on with the game, they're slowly teasing some stuff about the new expansion. And it's been icons for, I'm guessing, elite specs that will be coming out with the next expansion, and honestly, there's some potential there. The one that they just released today was the playing card one, and everyone's speculating that it's Thief because, well, the playing cards have like these little initiative pips on it. So probably looking at like a kind of a gambler or a trickster kind of setup. But it's gonna be, you know, like, as someone who enjoys playing the thief class, like, it's gonna be kind of nice to see something different. Even though I barely play Deadeye, I feel like Deadeye can be a little bit too demanding with, like, the stealth and then re-stealthing. So I'm hoping that this quote-unquote gambler class deals more with spending initiative. Because the initiative system is kind of like not really like all that heavily utilized as part of, like, you know, like a poor spec thing. But we'll see. Oh god. Complete events in surroundings. Oh, you're gonna... oh! I see. Complete events in surrounds as... Okay, so you want me to explore... You want me to do specifically stuff in this side of the map. I see. That's kind of gross, honestly. I don't like that. I already filled the bar once. Why make me do it again? That's just padding at that point. It just means I'm gonna do more rift hunts, I guess. Joy. If I have to fill a third bar in a row, I'm gonna have some choice words. Cause you know I don't like it when you make me have to do tedious work to progress the story. Or rather grindy work. Especially when the events are kind of sparse or not even soloable.
Wayfinder, we'll be starting our offensive soon.
That's nice. There was also a couple of others that they kind of teased in the past. There was one that I think on the Chinese website, because on the Chinese website, along with like showing the teaser, they also kind of gave us short poem. And the short poem kind of alludes to engineer involving metal bending. So that's kind of interesting as well. And then there's also the one with the loot, which, you know, Bard subclass.
Down with Peta!
And then there's one that's just like a Seraph helmet, which would be, you know, honestly, it could be any of the heavy classes. Could even be Revenant, for all I know. And my one key fell off again. Cool.
Reinforcements requested.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's supposed to... I think they're supposed to announce something at the middle of the month. So... we'll definitely hear some talk about it when we get to John Thier Wilds. That's for sure. We as in, like, the stream and the VOD. And I know the VODs for Guild Wars 2 is not as popular as it was many years ago, but I still like keeping like a... I guess you could call it like a video journal type of deal of the story and whatnot, because, you know, one day this MMO will, you know, go offline for good. And it's kind of nice to have, at least have something to be like, this is what it was like when it was online. These are the stories it gave us.
The more magic collected, the better.
Wait a minute. Is it not giving me the...
If there are any astral ward in the area, we've got extractor towers.
Okay. Hold on. Are you telling me I can only do events down here? Because if that's the case, I'm... So I can't go north of the place. It's not just... It's not just this area. It's not... Well... I guess this area doesn't count, apparently. It has to be this area. It is like... Come on. Come on. I already filled the bar once, please. Hold on, there's more spies here. There's a spy creeping around here. Why are you doing that? Who do I gotta talk to? Okay. I will say one thing. If they do a cop-out of like, by the way, those expanded elite weapons you got in this, they're gonna be tied into this, but no, we're not gonna give you a new weapon slot, I'll be a little upset. I could definitely see... I don't know what kind of weapon they would use for... Like, for example, this one.
Kill them all.
But I hope they don't do that. I do hope we get some new, like, weapons, and honestly, Thief needs an offhand. It needs a new offhand. Okay, that counted. I don't quite understand how this mechanic works. But I think whoever is with me doing this is probably appreciating the fact that I'm helping them. There we go. It looks like a count too.
Never have too much treasure.
Let's see, where is it? We're not going that way, but we are going to take care of this over here.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
I'd say this is much more egregious with not only telling me you gotta fill the bar, but you gotta do it at a specific point in the map. You have to do events that are exclusive to that area. And yes, I will complain about it. Yeah, I did push back this stream like a few days because around this time of year my neighborhood gets kind of rowdy with the fireworks. And I was like, alright, well, I need to see how bad it is. It wasn't so bad this year, which is kind of surprising, but then again, they could be holding off.
Eparch's loyalists are using the area to the south as a base of operations. We will retake it.
These spineless lackeys took over long ago. Temporarily, they said. We were so true, too few to fight. Now, with strong allies by my side.
Strong allies, you say, as I run away. Oh no! My ADHD! It's calling me elsewhere. Goodbye! What's down here? What is this? Are you directly below me? No. No, you are something else. Oh, one hell of a time for this to pop. Of all times that I'm not actively looking to do the meta, suddenly the meta. I guess I might as well do it.
Strong. Kill them all.
What are you doing, old man? Get in there and wreck their face. Go, go, go. Quit getting distracted. That's my thing. Wait, is this just a... Do I have to go to the other end too? What is going on with this? No. Quit wasting my time. I'm jumping to a different map. Hold on. One that is not being taken up by a map meta. There we go. I should have done that first. My bad.
Hey, wait! Over here! Falling with loyalists. Scanners are going nuts! I can't get a fix on them. I know cloaking magic. Runs this unbreakable.
No, that's not where I need to go. I guess I'm finding spies again.
Strength fails me. You lose.
Okay, are you telling me that it's like...
I don't have enough energy.
Please stop putting things on cooldown.
Nice and neat.
Oh, I got two.
Kill them all.
Neat.
Village.
At this point, they do seem to have a fixed spawn position. Come on.
I can always summon more. How'd that feel? Excruciating?
Kill them all!
It'd be nice if you could help, like, you know, search for them instead of just, you know, being here for the credit.
Can't keep a good chart down.
There we go. Oh, I still gotta do one more? Come on. This part sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This part's... I thought it was bad in Act 1 with having to do all that. No, this is worse. We're still on the first part of this. There's 3 total for each part.
Lane Cryptus won't make it with terror falling from the skies. Peda's champion, your skill may help us gain dominance. Skill, please.
Okay, this is not so bad.
Please.
I think I did this last time I streamed this particular event. I don't remember.
We do not surrender! Please.
The hour is at hand.
When
We have
Peta
found
returned
General
with a
and
champion
he is on her
of
way there
Tyrian
now.
flesh, we hesitated.
You
As
risk
I
the
watched
outskirts
those
of town,
turrets fall,
since there will be
who
many obstacles in our
won't
path before we
through
are
my
finished.
thoughts? The fight. We may survive.
Friend of Lady Patha, before your arrival I stood on the edge of the fog watching helplessly as I get raided by Star Guardian Fritzer. Welcome on in. Thank you for raiding on in to me. Hello, it is I, your laid-back lion, and we are doing some Guild Wars tonight, trying to finish up Secrets of the Obscure. We just finished a rather not-so-fun grind part, but now the story continues. Most noise indeed. I see you were playing a Power Wash Simulator. Which, honestly, I need to boot that up sometime myself. And did you know that there's a VR version of that game, too? Let's see. I got easily distracted by that. Anyways, meet Ramses at the outskirts of. Okay, I gotta go all the way over there. Okay, but yes, do check out Star Guardian Fritzer, who is also a fellow variety streamer just like me, and even does MMO stuff like I do. We play a lot of ESO together. Please do check them out and see what the horse noise is all about. Alright, we're getting there. But yeah, we just made it to the second part. There's 3 parts in each of the chapters. Or rather acts. I guess they're acts. So that's how bad the grind was. Was that it kind of kept us locked in place for like a good 30 minutes. Maybe. But before we jump in to the story, we're gonna do a quick BRB. We'll be right back. Okay, and we are back.
Masterfully done, Wayfinder. You've reduced the local loyalists from a horde to a swarm. That should afford us the few minutes we'll require.
Lowering that barrier really kicked the beehive. Are you sure we'll have enough time?
It's only going to get worse, I'm afraid. Besides, the chance we'll even be allowed to speak to the General is slim at best. Should that happen, then yes, I believe we will have more than enough time for Paper's proposal to be summarily rejected. Possibly even enough to retreat before this place is teeming with loyalists.
Pessimism doesn't suit you, Ramses.
Once you meet Nephis, I think you'll discover my pessimism to be realism. Come, Paper waits ahead. Be on your guard.
Oh, wrong way. Why have him all the way back there? So why are there bodies everywhere? I mean, like it makes sense because you know there's a war going on here. But what is going on with? Oh, they're weapons. Okay. Why would you put it just in the red zone like that? There you are.
Ah, there you are. Shall we?
Lead the way. What's your plan? Ramses thinks you'd have an easier time convincing a Marmox to fly.
I assure you, that is a gross oversimplification, my lady.
You are right to be concerned. Nephis will not be charmed or deceived. I aim to speak to him general to general, away from the influence of onlookers.
Guards ahead. Loyalists, step aside and we will allow you to live. Join the Lady Paitha's cause and...
You are Paitha's army? Ha! Take this pretty one alive. Kill that ugly creature at his side.
Well, don't talk about Ramses like that.
Pressure.
Thank you for the compliment, though.
Not enough energy.
Hold them off. The Royal Guard cannot be long in arriving.
What is your business here? Starting a war, I imagine. Die then, traitor!
Yeah, I do hope that the new specs definitely shake things up a bit in terms of roles.
Corpses to Epoch himself.
Or at least, you know, do what I hope that they achieve of, you know, making sure that every class can fulfill a certain niche.
I do not come to offer honeyed words. The truth is all he will hear, and all I will offer.
Move no further, and tell us, great lady, what truth is that?
That you all will join us in battle now, or join us in death.
If joining us in death is what you seek, step forward.
Hold, sister. We share the same house, as I hope we will share enemies on the battlefield.
Hope is worth little in these times, Paitha, of House Nephis.
General
Nephis.
Hold on, I gotta get that. I'm gonna need a weapon to fight him.
Who's in danger? I'm surprised you showed your horns here. Speak quickly, before Labrys takes them as her trophy. I will not have yet another needless death on my conscience.
Your concern is appreciated, General, as always. But I cannot leave until you hear my proposal.
Cannot, or will not. No matter, they're your horns, whether attached to your pretty head or crushed to powder under Epoch's heel. Well, speak, child. Did you expect a private audience in my palace? This is not your uncle's great hall. We have no such comforts here.
No. No, you do not. You have little more than crumbling walls and the weapons in your hands. Walls that keep your enemies out. No. Walls that keep you cowering within, waiting in fear. Until the day Epoch calls your name, drags you from your pitiful home, hauls you to his citadel, bleeding like cattle, spits your bones onto the piled corpses of our brothers and sisters.
How dare they? General, the Loyalists, to arms!
Stand and fight! Wayfinder, Ramses, push them back!
Stand down! Do not engage! We will not draw the ire of Epoch!
What's the achievement here? Overcome in less than a minute. Okay. I think that might be doable. I've got pretty...
Stand down!
Yeah, I got pretty strong DPS.
General! We appear to be at an impasse, and I see you hesitate to press us. Shall we parley?
I have no wish for wanton bloodshed, Majesty.
The barrier breaks, and we arrive to find you already harboring traitors. What is this, if not a provocation to spill blood? General.
Epoch needs no provocation to spill blood. Only thirst.
My lady, let's maintain some decorum. Your Majesty, Lady Patha is an uninvited guest.
Nefas. Your king and queen know you and our loyal subjects do not seek to upset our delicate truce. We have spared you when we could have done otherwise. We recognize you have stayed your hand today. So, we offer you a deal. Turn the traitor and her creatures over to us, and we leave you to your
I'm
own
creature.
devices. Obstruct us in any way. I'm sure you're well aware of the consequences of disappointing your king.
Patha's presence here is unwanted, even feared.
It is a flattering compliment.
I'm pleased we
I'm
agree.
creature.
Feared because we all live in terror, at the mercy of the king's whims. Will he punish us, even for happenings out of our control?
Nefas, you overstep.
Uninvited she may be, but Patha is a guest nonetheless. Labris, it is you who oversteps. I will live in fear no longer. Epoch is not my king. Labris is not my queen. Majesty.
Succor, with me! Royal Guard, forward. Nefas dies. Anyone who stands with Nefas dies. Spare the rest.
Well, that was a quick change of heart. Dude literally said, "Get the fuck out of my house."
Kill shot. Not enough energy.
Oh no, that's out of bounds. I don't want to restart this. They're a little bit more tankier this time around.
Thank you, General.
For decades, I have protected these people. Your people. Now their blood is on our hands. You left me no choice, and you knew it. Just like your brother, your uncle, they're plotting, scheming, always ending in misery.
So basically he was tricked.
You owe our people. Your family owes us. Bring us something other than death.
He will come quickly. If for no other reason than he sees that we must press our advantage while it still lingers. Soon we move. Be ready, Wayfinder. Labrys burns with belief. Her flame will not be easily snuffed.
All done.
And another mastery point. Thank you. I'll take that.
Kill them all.
You get attacked by the cursed. Very nice. Next part. We gotta go to the temple. The temple is right over there, over yonder. I still like the looks of this map. It can be a little bit treacherous to move around in, even with the sky scale, but it's pretty looking. Again, it gives me the Isle of Ore kind of feeling.
If there are any Astral Ward in the area...
Nope. Not me. I'm not Astral Ward. Bye.
General, glad to have you on our side.
Aether, Her Majesty forced the issue. I tried to maintain neutrality, to not provoke Eparch. But it was time. Past time.
She tends to get her way.
So I'm quickly learning. I'm pleased to have you as an arrow in our quiver. Your reputation precedes you.
As does yours. What's your read on this situation?
Labrys is in a difficult position. She didn't expect to have to defend herself at Eventide's march. I nearly suffered defeat here once myself during the Fourth this quiet. It's not a particularly defensible position. If Eparch is aware of the situation, I find it unlikely he would risk exposure. So the one advantage Labrys can press is numbers, and she will use them. I have deployed Aether, Arena, and Ramses in a horns formation, striking from the flanks. We will strike the center. We must breach the defensive perimeter with a frontal assault.
Boom.
Kill them all!
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. He does the little spin attack, and I have to. The brain worms command it. Okay. Where are the others?
Oh, that had to hurt.
Don't you also just like love when you played so much of a game you can actually recognize when they reuse certain animations and whatnot, and also like skeletons for like the rigging of like certain creatures.
Vertical envelopment. Initiate an airstrike.
Because I've definitely been noticing that with like a lot of the cryptids. Like this one, I think this was one of the undead guys in Alona during Path of Fire, one of the awakened. Obviously, Nephis here uses Axe Warrior. Please stop shooting at me. Why are you all the way up here? Am I supposed to... What's up here? Why are you all the way over there? That's kind of rude. Yeah, the cursed, like for example, the cursed is harpies. Harpies and fire elementals. Like they even do that annoying sweep animation that gives them invulnerability for like a few moments. This seems a bit much. Not only are you asking me to use the sky scale to get up here, but you're gonna shoot at me with turrets? Almost like they want me dead.
Ready for action.
Enough of that. I'm gonna shoot them all. I would like them gone. I would like them to disappear. I would like them to no longer exist. And of course, Nephis can't reach up here, so that means he can't do much for me.
Well planned, General.
Well executed, Majesty. Ramses, Arena, Wayfinder, clear these loyalists, and our quarry is cornered.
And the gluttony are the frog people. Nothing wrong with reusing assets, of course, you know. Reusing what's already in there means that you spend a little less time building stuff. It does feel a little less personalized, but I do feel like that at least the cryptids kind of have like a little bit of a different moveset to make them kind of unique.
Need more endurance.
Is there no limit to your arrogance? You believe yourself savior.
Nice palace.
You have no idea.
It mine now.
The commitment required to ensure the survival of our people. The strength of will to do that which needs doing, no matter the cost. I have the strength. Epoch has the strength. You, an upstart demonling with a cast-off traitor fawning at your side. No, you would lead us to extinction. I will not allow it. You will not allow.
I thought they were gonna jump into the waterfall pit.
Tell me, Lambs, do you also share his appetites? We do that which must be done. That
Okay, I fell into the pit, but it teleports me back up, so I appreciate that.
invariably requires the uncompromising prosperity of you and your king. No, Lambs, I do not believe myself saved. I believe our survival and your prosperity are
Just casually walks up
opposed.
like they own the place.
Your prosperity ends.
I don't have enough energy.
Nephis.
Foe.
Reinforcements requested.
No. Do not do the AoE, and I've already failed the achievement of defeating her without actually falling down. 'Cause I like to use the staff, and I should have used ranged weaponry when she starts spawning the red circles. Clicked off the screen, whoops. Ugh.
You lose. Assistance.
Cool. Cool.
Move out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that so far, like these patch boss fights are a little
That looks valuable.
Hold.
Majesty.
This is the queen of the crypts. The one creature Epoch might truly value. She is worth more to us alive than dead.
She's too dangerous.
I trust your judgment.
Kill her. Kill her now.
Patha.
Patha. Majesty. She is valuable, and Epoch knows it. This is folly. Every second she lives.
Where you see folly, I see opportunity. Gather our forces. We need an audience. The time comes to reveal our strength. Wayfinder, a moment. Find Tekla at the encampment. She will have contacts throughout the area. We will have an army before this day is done.
I see Her Majesty's plan. It is bolder than I would risk, but she is nothing if not bold. If we take this action, we take it with no reservation. Find Tekla the Venerable. Her knowledge will prove invaluable.
If there are any astral ward in the area, we've got extractor towers here that we need to disable immediately.
You must be the one they call Wayfinder. Patha sent you, I presume. She has always been clever and headstrong. Tell me, what knowledge have you been sent to wrest from my weary mind, youngling?
We need a way to call all of Nyos to listen to Patha at the Colosseum. There are beacons around us that radiate, you people would say, magic. Like the one to the east that Lady Patha and Ramses lit. Eparch uses them to drive his people into the shadows, trapped. What can I do to help? Find the beacons in Niedra surrounds. As long as they are radiating Eparch's corruption, my kin are too scared to leave their homes, but your device, your heart, might hold the solution. You mean the Heart of the Obscure, the MacGuffin? Yes. Channel the power of your artifact into the beacons. Let your emotion run raw and pure so the hatred and fear from the beacons might yet be purged. Only then will Nyos hear Patha's call. I can try. Anything else I should know? Even your artifact has its limits. Cleansing a beacon's emotional magic will take time, and the king's fanatics will take notice. Be wary of any enemies you may encounter along the way. I'm on it.
Once you locate the beacons, Patha will have the throngs she desires, for good or ill. Let us hope for the former.
Wayfinder, let's get started. Theron and I are going to see the greatest settlement up north.
Rip the flesh from their bones.
The beacons. I will admit that Some of these parts do give me a little bit more time to kind of talk things out, because usually I'm just kind of like just letting the characters talk, and then I'm just listening and we're all listening. Maybe I say a funny quip or two. Debatably funny. Okay. I have no clue what these beacons look like. Is it? I'm wondering if it's the... No, it's definitely not the pillars. Let's try going down here. Maybe it's gonna be easy. Maybe once I figure out what it looks like, then I'll know what to do. It's not those lanterns. That's something separate. Oh, there's more. There's even more. Okay, no more. I don't have that. Can't open it. That's a shame. There it is. That's the beacon.
Strong.
Okay, I gotta retry that again, because I think I have to kill certain enemies when at spawn, when you... Yeah, these things.
Armored up.
Just gotta use CC. Okay. We can get out of here now. Alright. Those I've seen around a couple times, so I think I might know where the other ones are now.
Quite a display of diplomacy among the youngsters.
I see that my own trust is not misplaced. And I meant no insult. It will be an offensive.
I just want to light the lantern. There we go.
Maybe even win us a few allies. Let's move ahead.
What's this? Oh, it's just a journal. Okay.
Kill them all.
There it is. Yeah, it's definitely looking like having a ranged weapon is handy for this part.
Beyond my understanding. No offense there. I'm glad that one is gone. None taken. Rest assured.
Oh, an ancient tree. There's the last beacon. Okay. Uvas surrounds to confirm Paitha's audience. Oh, and now we have to go to the vistas. That's interesting. They never done that before. Have it so that you have to go to certain vistas. I wonder if they'll have like specific cutscenes play while the vista's running. That'd be kind of neat.
Rogue, everything's secure down here. What's your status?
That's good news, Major. The
I
general
guess
here has
not.
been dealt with.
That's a
See you at the
shame.
rendezvous point.
That had potential. Still, we get a pretty scenic spot. Now we gotta go back to the one that we just found not too long ago. Or maybe, wait, no, this is a different one. Oh, that's very interesting. You saw that? All the roots that form like a very like elderly looking face. That's kind of creepy. Okay, yeah, it is looking like we're going back to that one over here. Since we already saw this one earlier, we'll just skip it like that. Whoop. Word has spread that the beacons have changed. Nyos is listening. Lady Paitha will have the audience she seeks. Are there more beacons out there? Likely. The beacons have been around for a very long time. Longer than me, you can imagine. Only recently has the Midnight King utilized them for oppression. And the beacons beside you seem to be changed too. Indeed. It changed while you were gone. Nearly connected somehow. You have your desired result, Wayfinder. Nyos has come alive to listen to Lady Paitha. The Colosseum of the Midnight King awaits.
Your actions shape the future of all our peoples.
It's awfully empty.
What do you hope to accomplish with this performance?
They need to see that even Epoch's most valued pawn can fall. But also that mercy is given to the vanquished.
This changes nothing. They know the power of their true master. All that you prove to them is your weakness in letting me live.
Save your strength, dear.
I mean, this could easily turn into a public execution too.
Your failure to your care. Children of Nyos, you have no need to cower so. Epoch's power fades with every passing hour. Even his queen has failed to carry out his will. The old world collapses around you, and a new one is being...
She certainly talks the talk, does she not?
Oh.
And yet, the people always recognize their one true king. I've watched this farce with amusement. When it's time for the jesters to exit the stage. Honestly, did you think you would earn the trust of my Cryptis? Do any of you trust the words of this charlatan? Speak now if you would follow this child in her outburst. I thought not. I will make only one offer. Release my queen and you will go free. Kyria will be spared, and you can live in exile there.
Oh? No! You cannot compromise with these traitors! Not even for me! It appears we found the gap in your armor. You will not use me this way. I see now how I have failed you, my beloved. I have become a weakness for you. But no longer.
Oh shit. Oh, she sacrificed herself.
You sought a war. You shall have it. Bring your army then. I will devour everything.
What now?
We continue as planned.
You haven't woken him now. He will marshal every force he has against you.
Have we been shown mercy until now?
Make light if you must, but learn from this mistake before you bring ruin to my people, to your people.
Each of us knew the fire we were marching into. It will take more than his anger to dissuade us now.
Oh, if only all generals could have soldiers like you, Ramses. We are not yet ready. We will probe their defenses and wait for our opportunity. I will call on you then.
Ask your questions, Wayfinder. I can see that they weigh on you. How much stronger has this made Eparch?
The strength he gained from the Queen shouldn't be underestimated. But the greater danger is his wrath. He will care more about killing us than about his own survival. There is nothing that he won't sacrifice for revenge. If we are lucky, he will misstep as a result. But there will be no chance for diplomacy any longer. He will fight to his final breath.
Will the Cryptists still follow us?
Some will, but many will see Labrys's sacrifice as inspiring, as a model of devotion that they too should follow. You cannot truly understand their perspective. They want to believe Eparch is the benevolent leader they've been told. Witnessing martyrdom sets the soul aflame. It will be difficult to put that fire out again.
Why did Eparch retreat instead of attacking us?
I do not know. Eparch does not lack for cunning, but his blood runs hot. It is unlike him to forego a chance at revenge. It concerns me. He has something planned, and we do not know what. We must choose our next moves carefully.
Are you having second thoughts?
None whatsoever. My hand was forced the moment Paitha came to my door. And the danger Eparch poses to my people has not been lessened since then. Besides, I have been a soldier since your world was young. You will find I am not so easily intimidated.
Would Eparch have actually kept his word?
Doubtful, but not impossible. His love for the Queen was genuine, and for her, there's little he wouldn't have done. the better question is whether Peitha would have accepted it. And that I cannot believe. I've seen the resolve in her eyes. She will sit on the throne of midnight, or she will die trying. No other paths remain.
Yes, Wayfinder. Peitha's plan backfired a bit.
It does appear that way, doesn't it? Even knowing how fanatically devoted Labrys was, I failed to foresee this outcome. All leaders make mistakes. I hope that this will be only a setback. We will press on regardless. We must.
Will we be able to breach the Citadel's defenses?
I believe so. When the opportunity arises, there will inevitably be weaknesses, but it may take time to find them. Zekiros has been built up over centuries, both as a symbol of his strength and as a genuine fortress. It won't be easy. Let's hope you're as lucky as everyone believes.
Not how I'd hoped this would go. You think Peitha made the right decision?
Well, maybe this could have been avoided if we just killed Labrys right away. But maybe we'd be in the same spot. At the end of the day, we're planning to kill Eparch. Doesn't really matter if he hates us more or less. If anything, we've removed another one of Eparch's generals from the board. That's definitely a positive.
Will this affect the Astral Ward's morale?
I doubt it. We're a resilient bunch, and facing long odds is the nature of our work. Even trapped here, we've heard what Eparch did to our home. Until we have the bastard's head, we won't relent. They're good soldiers, Wayfinder. I'd reckon the best. We won't let you down.
Wait until Gelrath hears about this.
It'll certainly confirm some suspicions of his. But maybe he's right. Don't get me wrong. I'm in this until the end. I owe them my life. But maybe the Cryptus are destined to be this way. I don't know. I'm a soldier, not a philosopher. And whether we get more backup just isn't my decision. The general marches to war with the soldiers she's got. If that's just us, then we'll do the best we can.
Alright, and that does officially puts us at the end of... At the end of Realm of Dreams.
Tense among our allies. As uncertainty about our next step grows, so too does their anger.
No, go
I fear that things will worsen without your intervention.
All right. I'll come knock some sense into them.
But first, we're gonna sneak in another quick break, get a fresh bottle of water, and stretch and whatnot, and we'll continue our journey into the next part, which is called The Midnight King. And we are back.
We have to wait for reinforcements. It's the only way.
Every hour, more of my soldiers die. Do you think his turrets simply stop while we wait?
Enough.
calm yourselves. What's the situation here?
Galrath went back to Tyria to report to Iskarin. We don't know what he'll recommend.
But if he does support sending the full Astral Ward, we would be fools to attack without them.
We would be fools to wait here for reinforcements that may never come. Have you been up there? We are stretched across dozens of positions, barely able to hold them. How long until the front collapses? Must we all be dead before we're allowed to strike?
That's enough, both of you. You are generals. Show each other some respect, at least.
I was wondering where you went.
I understand your desire for reinforcements, but I will not be beholden to Iskarin's whims. But neither do I offer you a pointless sacrifice. I have watched the battlefield for weeks now. We have been overstretched and vulnerable the entire time.
Apologies, my lady. We will restructure our defenses to get
home, Ramses. I mean no reproach. But if Epoch's forces could have shattered our defenses at any moment, why are we still here?
Are you suggesting Eparch's army isn't as strong as it appears?
Impossible. I know you sensed, as I have, the souls of the thousands of soldiers stationed in Zakiros. I wish to strike as you do, my lady, but we should not underestimate our foe.
If we move now, and you're wrong,
then my head will be the first to fall. I ask nothing more of you than I offer of myself.
So, who do you need me to get rid of?
We're conducting a lot of shaping operations out there right now, and I'm sure the troops could use your help. Battles are raging across Nyos. If we can free up our troops from those conflicts, we can improve our odds.
I will remain here to craft our battle plan. Frode, perhaps you can offer your insight on that matter.
When the hour comes, Wayfinder, I will call on you. I wouldn't want you to miss out on all the fun.
Yes, Wayfinder. How do you feel about this plan?
How do you feel about this plan?
It gives me some pause, I must say. I had hoped for more compatriots to join us before we assault the final bastion. But Peitha is right. If Epoch's army was as strong as it appeared, how has he not crushed us yet? We have a saying here. If your horns are in, your head is also. My life has been at risk from the first battle cry. There's no retreating at this point.
Tensions are certainly high right now.
Tensions are certainly high right now.
It is inevitable. The fate of our world is at stake, and the lives of our soldiers as well. Frode and the General may argue about their methods, but their goals are aligned. I am glad you are here. Your presence as a way of reminding people what they are truly fighting for. Do not demur from this. You are as vital to our chances as anyone else. I thank you for that.
Almost time now. Got something to ask me? Is Iskarin going to help us?
Is Iskarin going to help us?
I really don't know. I wish I did, but he operates on a different level than I do. It would make a big difference to have him here. We need every powerful ally we can get. But truthfully, I agree with Nephis. We're losing good soldiers trying to hold these lines. We need to strike while we still can.
Are the troops prepared?
Are the troops prepared?
As prepared as they're gonna get. I'd love more time to work with them, but it's a luxury we can't afford. We'll find out how good a job we've done when the battle begins. That's always the decider.
All right. And once again, Once again, Prey return to filling the meter again. Skirmish events and adventures count for more progress. So I could just do adventures too. Let's do that. That's a nice change of pace, yeah? Let's see how much of the meter it fills. If it fills up a lot, then heck yeah, we'll explore the adventures more.
I sense your benevolence. Will you grant freedom to the victims of the fog?
Free as much Cryptus essence as you can. Each bit of essence freed restores your mount's energy, allowing you to fly longer without landing. I haven't done this one before.
By our king's wall, their attempts at escape resulted
It's time we throw open Hator's gate.
No, it's not time. I'm kind of busy right now. Sorry.
We're going to use their old defenses against them. Find us in camp and we'll begin the assault.
No. This might take a bit to get gold. There's definitely a path you have to do for this.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Liberator. You are ferocious, yet you foster tranquility. Your actions echo throughout Nios.
Okay. Well, I mean, the adventures are always kind of fun, give or take. Some of them are pretty good. I mean, the racing ones are always fun to do. But surprisingly, they don't tell you, oh yeah, do rift hunts. I guess at this point, like, the rifts aren't really a big issue. They're kind of under control, I guess.
Wayfinder, help us train our Skyscale riders for the coming fight with Hepar. Ready? Go! Cadets, keep a close eye on this one. Destroy the target.
Break the targets. I should have like the melee target music playing. But I also don't want the VOD to like be, you know, hit with a copyright strike or something. I don't know. I have done... Wait, there's checkpoints? Fuck. Where were the checkpoints? What do you mean there's checkpoints? Shoot. Hold on, let me redo that. I thought it was just break the targets.
Ready? Go!
Okay, it had me turn around. That's no fair.
Wayfinder, we'll be starting our offensive soon.
Also, why are they like all facing the wrong way? It doesn't feel like it's really leading me anywhere. It's just kind of, I don't know, off kilter. And yeah, this is, I think this is meant to be done with the action camera. Cool. It's a little bit hard to aim the fire blast. Just a tiny bit. Because it's affected by where the Skyscale's head is looking at. So like if you try to like turn around, you can actually see that the Skyscale is looking to the side. Thus the fireball gets the little laser pointer gets thrown off target as well. Come on. Okay, I should really focus on getting those checkpoints. Oh, you have to hit at least 40. Well, it gave me a thing for at least for I forgot. I forgot.
We're looking for eager Skyscale riders to train our cadets.
I'm not interested again. Please. There's another one down there. Past this one. Yeah. Yeah, what are you about?
Is this smell true?
I smell? What do you mean I smell? Search the area and match the lost cryptids to their guardians before time runs out. I don't understand. I really don't understand what's going on here. Oh, I'm supposed to take him over here. Yep, that's correct. You get the rocks. The rock child. I could just cheese this with the mount. I might redo this one because this one seems a little bit more. More reasonable.
Please accept my thanks for reuniting as many as you have.
Yeah, let's try that again. That one wasn't so bad. Oh, this is gonna tell me you can't redo the same ones. Which looks to be the case. Cool. You know what? That's fine. Get out of here. I find your child, and then you want to eat me. That's very rude. That's 4.
Yes, sir. Good.
But I swear, if it tells me to fill another bar, I'm gonna... Oh, there's a skirmish here. Okay. Did say that skirmishes count as double. But what happened here? That didn't count?
Arena, Ramses, fire away.
Acknowledged.
I do have a feeling that we're going to be going into Zakiros, and it's going to be one hell of a trek in there for an instance.
Worked. The barrier's damaged. Converge on the gate!
There's also been like some talk about like, because not only going back to like the teasers that they've announced recently, in the backgrounds of each of the teasers, there's like a very faint picture of what looks to be like something you would expect to see in Alona, and folks are thinking we're going back to Alona. And if that is the case, it's probably going to be the area east of Alona, which is apparently full of canyons, and I'm thinking to myself, well, this could be the chance for the Springer to get some proper upgrades, some proper TLC. Considering it is the least useful mount and least used now that the sky scale exists. And of course they gave the sky scale upgrades too in this expansion, Secrets of the Obscure, which is like, okay, why? It didn't need it, but they had a vision to make sure that the sky scale was going to be properly loved in this expansion. And then Warclaw, which was also, you know, Warclaw makes sense because, like, that was meant to be like a world versus world mount. And then John Thier Wilds comes by and is like, yeah, we're gonna expand on its lore a bit and give it some more, like, PvE love.
We gather at the camp to discuss our strategies. Come when you are able.
But I definitely do feel the Springer needs some love, and the Jackal too. Gotta go all the way back here. Got it.
And after we breach the walls?
There are 3 towers in Zakharos, and all must be taken if we are to win the day.
We're going to have to split our forces between them. If we try to take them one at a time, the defenses will shred us.
Where do you want me?
You will join me as I infiltrate the spider's lair.
Of course, that assumes.
My lady, please. I am hurt and beg a favor of you. Death to the false king!
Regression.
Please, help! I'm so weak! Unlimited power!
Untamed the awesome.
Prevent Paitha's health from dropping 90%. That's gonna be one hell of a thing to do. Remember, killing the enemy before they kill you is a form of healing.
Kill them all. Oh, that had to hurt.
Protect Paitha!
Endurance train.
Oh, there's just so many of you.
They brought down the wall! Let none of them through!
94%. Hey, we did it! We're good bodyguards.
Some of their finest, but hopelessly outnumbered.
Indeed. They hope to silence Her Majesty at the cost of their lives. My lady?
You smell it on their remains too, don't you, Ramses? Not hatred or fury, nor zeal, nor fervor. Something sweeter.
Fear.
Prepare the soldiers to move. Zakiros awaits.
Not bad. That was pretty quick. Let's see. Complete Into the Spider's... Oh, no. Oh, it's recommended. Well, I've already done it before. We're not gonna do it now. So, the meta event, it ties into, like, the whole, like, sieging the place, basically. So this part is about after we siege the place.
We must pursue Epoch. Now! We cannot allow him time to recover. With so few of us left to fight, you feel Epoch's multitudes waiting ahead as I do, General. They overwhelm the senses. This chance will never come again, slight as it may be. We must strike.
Indeed, we must. Dagda, Frode, Arena, take the portal. Rally any who stand to cover our flanks.
Patha.
Majesty.
Respectfully, I've walked the path with you this far. I'm not stopping here.
Very well. Dagda, Frode, should we fail, I ask that you give asylum to my people.
The Wayfinder and the Outrider fight with you. You won't fail.
So yeah, this is where we like do the final fight within Zakiros in the open meta event. And I'm guessing something happened here.
Epoch moves swiftly when provoked. His forces must be at the ready. Yet I sense they do not attack. Why? Do not forget, he stayed his hand upon witnessing Labrys's sacrifice. If ever there was a time for him to act without thought, that was it.
Yes, we fight on Epoch's turf. He is ancient and cunning. There can be no doubt he is prepared.
The enemy lurks. Be on your guard.
A little bit disappointed that they're just like, yeah, do the meta event, and just get the story from there, and then do the actual story. That feels a little lazy, in my opinion. Especially in comparison to how they did Dragon Stand. Which was, while you were doing the story event, the meta event was the Pact, essentially fighting the mouth. I think it was the mouth of Mordremoth. Yeah, the mouth of Mordremoth. while we were fighting the mind of Mortimer in the story. I don't know why they made that sun's, like, the sun shift to, like, instead of, like, having the open world stuff be like, alright, you're just a random, you know, grunt. Instead, like, they made this seem more like, okay, the Wayfinder is definitely part of these events now. I kind of liked it when it was, like, less connected or loosely connected to the story quests. Like, yeah, it does make the character, like, the players feel a little less important feeling in the open world, but at the same time, it's like, we all can't be the pack commander and the Wayfinder at the same time. And it's also kind of nice to get, like, a different perspective, especially in an MMO, where you're not the main character. You're only the main character when you're doing the story quests. But everywhere else, you know, you're... In this case, you're part of an army, or the Astral Ward specifically. And even, like, 14 does a good job of, like, specifying, like, hey, like, the people that you summon into those trials, those are just echoes of you. Or other lore reasons. Because there's only one Warrior of Light.
Strike swiftly! Give them no time to set a defense. Try your heart. Kill them all.
I don't know. That's a personal, like, opinion where it's just like, I don't need my character to feel important all the time. Sometimes I'm just another number. Only in the story does it make sense. Or something along that where I'm sure someone gets what I'm trying to say. Okay, that one's taken care of.
Majesty, I fear we march to our end.
That bad?
Hundreds lie in wait. More, perhaps. It is difficult to discern. They writhe.
I spoke true. A better opportunity to strike will never present itself. But that does not mean the odds are favorable.
We will turn this army to our side.
Hey, Majesty, surely not. I will follow you to my death. But you cannot believe, after all that's happened...
No, we will turn them to our side. There is no other way.
Continue up the fire. Alright. That's around the corner. The stairs. And another reason why I skipped the meta event is just because, like, even though it's going on, like, I don't know if it will pass, and also I really don't want to commit a lot of energy to doing that on stream. Like, if it wasn't so late at night right now, and I wasn't trying to, you know, wrap this up really quickly, I wouldn't mind.
You can't keep a good charge down. Refreshing. Kill them all, kill, armored up.
The heart of the obscure. Move decisively. Give no quarter to any who oppose us.
Let's go.
No.
What happened?
We are fools.
Labrys's words. The strength to do that which the common Cryptis will not.
There is no army.
There never was.
Countless innocents. First the battle below, now this. He has methodically weakened us while strengthening himself.
There is no depravity to which he will not stoop. I failed them. They should have been under our protection.
They would rest in honor under the Tree of Mourning if time allowed. Destroy them, then at least they can never be consumed. Wait. Wayfinder. Can your heart of the obscure set free their essence peacefully? They deserve that much, at least.
Yes, they do.
See, as you approach the Cryptis essence contained within, the heart of the obscure hums quietly. Hold the heart closer to the reliquary. Thoughts and sensations flood your mind. Wicked torches, jagged silhouettes barking orders. Broodlings dragged away. Fury, helplessness. So yeah, he pretty much cannibalized his entire army to strengthen himself.
So you will dream. We will see to it.
Dream. Bring your army then, he said. I will devour everything.
To the throne room. We are all that stands between Epoch and our extinction.
they suddenly turned good. The heck?
I feel something amiss.
Yeah, they're not attacking us.
The throne room, Majesty. Are you prepared to face the king?
That throne is mine. Wayfinder, open the way for the true Midnight King.
And finally, she brings herself before the throne. I've been waiting, Princess of Traitors.
Gorging yourself while we cut our way through your defenses. Bold strategy, King. Was the Queen your strategist? Perhaps without Labrys.
Do not speak her name. Kneel. Sacrifice yourself to me, as you forced your queen to do.
How about no?
But I am not so noble.
Labrys was right to refuse negotiations with you. You will kneel, or my generals will make you kneel. Your strength is mine, and my strength is the lifeblood of the Cryptis. Speak your last words.
We'll throw your bones from Eventide's bridge. The Cryptus will spit on your memory. Labrys sacrificed herself for nothing.
What? General Traitor! Who?
Epoch!
Thunderon! Yes. General!
And then all hell breaks loose as every single thing is going to kill us in this place.
Endurance drain.
You know, I forgot to eat my food buffs, and maybe that's why I'm not hitting as hard. Hold on. Let me shuffle through my inventory.
Oh, that had to hurt.
As I find tasty food, like this mint ice cream. Which will give me lifesteal, which will kind of help. I almost confused that with mechanic in 14, where you have to like get far away as possible. Nope, you could just dodge.
Kneel and die.
Behind me! Fall back!
I can't. Oh no, he's got me. Help me! Aether! Oh, nice.
Stop him!
I was able to get out.
Epoch, your strategy confuses me. Will you save your people by consuming them all? Still clinging to your antiquated ideals, wizard? Our enemies have never understood what it takes for my people to survive. That is why you will die today. Wyteria will be mine tomorrow. Your gluttony has given you strength beyond mine. That much is clear. Come to beg for your life, then. A pointless gesture, but I welcome it. On the contrary, I couldn't pass up this chance to help end yours. Aether! Wayfinder! Join your power with mine! The heart!
That's right. It's MacGuffin time. Oh, didn't time the jump right. Ugh. Gotta beat him within the time limit, huh? No, no, no. No shields for you. I can't have you slapping Iskarn's bald head. That's my job. Ah, yes, emotions. I don't know what this mechanic does exactly, but it's important. Let me, no, let me.
Assistance needed. Pressure. Can't breathe.
Well, if you're gonna put an AoE on, like a homing AoE on me, I mean, that's just rude. Oh, it actually helps do more damage, that's all.
My blood. You have been deceived. Your brothers understood. Labrys understood. Cryptis, Wanderer. All our kind are despised. For that which is our nature. We are predators. We must feed. If we do not prey, we court extinction. I see now. Nothing will stop you from taking the Midnight Throne. consume me for the cryptis.
Spell casting effort.
It was never your strength to kill.
It's a very funny subtitle.
So it ends. And so the reign of...
You certainly took your time.
I am here now, when it matters. When your survival was all but assured, only then did you stick your neck out for our people. I risked nothing for your people. I risked exposure to rid our worlds of Epoch. And while I hope it proves worthwhile, the survival of the Cryptis people was not a requirement. Let's see that we do not stand on opposite sides of the battlefield one day, Seer.
General, gather the wounded. Iskaran, we are in your debt. I need time to set my house in order. I will contact you then.
Until then, Majesty.
It's time to go home. Wayfinder?
Paitha.
Nyos owes a great deal to you, Wayfinder.
Wayfinder.
I expect we'll see you in the Wizard's Tower soon. You're always welcome here, friend.
Your legend will walk our dreams for eternity. As will yours, Outrider.
Thank you, Ramses.
In the tower, then. The Wizard's Tower will be ready to receive the Midnight King. All done.
And here we are, back at the tower. Back at it again at the Krispy Kreme. As we hit the final part of Secrets of the Obscure.
Wayfinder, not a moment too soon. They're about to get into it.
You're not joining us? You know the situation as well as anyone.
Getting into the middle of that group? I'd rather face down Epoch again. No. I think I'll leave that to you. I just wanted to catch a glimpse of it myself.
Don't tarry too long, soldier. You're overdue for some leave. Welcome home.
Wayfinder.
I guess I gotta go up? Yeah, up. The tower's a vertical thing.
Wayfinder, good. Let's delay this no longer.
No need to rush now. Galrath does so enjoy our presence here.
I've seen you lot in battle. Huh. We've got nothing to worry about.
What would you know of battle? You are not present for... Enough! We will not waste time with idle chatter. There is still much to be done in Niles. Let us proceed then. Dagda, present the terms we've agreed upon.
The Cryptis incursion into Tyria will cease immediately.
No Cryptus will enter Tyria again without direct invitation.
And any remaining loyalists who do, you're free to dispose of.
Additionally, the Astral Ward will maintain a presence in Nyos until such time as it is deemed by us to be unnecessary. In return, amnesty will be granted to the Cryptus, and we will recognize Paitha as the legitimate sovereign of Nyos.
We accept your terms.
Perhaps now there can finally be peace.
We must hope so. If this were to happen again, I promise you that it would not end in negotiations.
Your thoughts, Wayfinder?
This is a chance for peace and friendship.
We've laid the foundation for a lasting peace and friendship here. Let's not waste that opportunity.
We will not.
There is also the other matter we discussed, Gareth. Do you accept?
I do. Ramses will have a place here as long as he pleases.
My lady.
Your affection for Tyrians is no secret, Ramses. And you have more than earned a place as our ambassador.
Thank you, my king. I will not let you down.
That leaves just one final thing. You, Wayfinder.
Me?
While there are many who have fought alongside me, none have been more steadfast or capable.
I do want to thank you, Wayfinder. Your aid was clearly needed here.
As long as I live, your name will never be forgotten in Nyos. You have my eternal thanks.
Leave the tower when I'm ready, but there's so much to do around the tower. Wayfinder, good to see you. I must admit, I'm finding myself a bit overwhelmed right now. How do you feel about being named ambassador?
How do you feel about being named ambassador?
It's difficult to know how to feel. Mere hours ago, I entered Tyria for the first time, and now I'm going to stay here. It is exciting in its way, though. The smells and sensations, the lights and colors, the strange shapes of the creatures. I'm not sure I'll be much use as an ambassador, as distracted as I am. I wonder if Arena will be willing to lead me around.
We couldn't have done this without you.
We couldn't have done this without you.
I am humbled by your praise, Wayfinder, but I merely did what anyone should be willing to do for their homeland. Truthfully, I have been a small part of something greater. That is enough for me. But I am pleased that I've earned your respect. And I hope your friendship as well.
Of course, Ramses.
Be well, my friend. Let's hope this peace holds a while, eh? Rest of my lifetime would be just fine. Ideally, the rest of arenas too. You think that's possible? With the Cryptus? Maybe. Throughout Tyria? Doubt it. Get the Arnar while you can. Good idea. I think I'll follow Arena's lead on that one. You should too. I keep trying. But I keep getting roped into things.
Ah, my dear. To think I could have made a snack of you when we first met. And now, you've proven yourself an entire meal.
How does it feel to finally sit on the throne?
How does it feel to finally sit on the throne?
Comfortable. Though I'll need to do some redecorating. Epoch never had much taste. In truth, the crown is heavy. There are thousands of wounded to be tended to, dead to be buried, homes to be rebuilt. I knew the cost from the beginning, of course. A king must bear the burden of the entire kingdom. It will be many days before things are right. There will be little time for sleep, but there will be time for dreams.
You've decided to spare the Nartheron?
You've decided to spare Xantheron?
Xantheron is a pragmatist. He will side with us, as long as that remains his best option. I intend to keep it that way. And we need to gain the support of the remaining loyalists. This is the time for reconciliation, not purges. Besides, in a way, having to serve under me is the most bitter punishment I could have given him.
How do you feel about the Astral Ward being stationed in Nyos?
How do you feel about the Astral Ward being stationed in Nyos?
There was never any other choice. They contributed their blood to our freedom, and they are too strong to refuse. Iskarin worries about war returning. If this reassures him, so be it. Besides, you Tyrians really are delicious. If they ever become a problem, we'll simply have a feast.
Until our paths cross again, King Patha. You have served admirably both as a soldier and a leader. Our king is fortunate to count you among her allies. So you have no aspirations for the throne yourself.
So you have no aspirations for the throne yourself?
None whatsoever. There is a weight that comes with the crown, and I have no desire to carry it. My role lies elsewhere. Patha has proven that she can lead our people, but there will be difficulties that better suit my expertise. When those arise, I will offer my counsel. That is all that is needed of me.
Do you think the peace will last?
Do you think the peace will last?
For the immediate future, yes. The people have tired of war, and this will be an opportunity for them to prosper. But time will weather that relief, and people will forget what war cost them. We will have to remain vigilant. I promise you this, however. War between Nyos and Tyria will not come again as long as I draw breath. Let us hope my fellows feel as strongly as I do.
Can you trust Xanathron?
Can you trust Xantheron?
One need not trust a predator if you remove its claws. And he still has his uses. There are many loyalists left, and we need them to join us if we are to keep this dream alive. They will listen to him. Ultimately, that is more important than the punishment he unquestionably deserves. We are forced to compromise. In many ways, politics bloodies one's hands more than war. May you spend your twilight years in battle instead.
Farewell for now, General.
Hey, Kiona. How's it going?
Good to see you, Balgan. Did Nyos treat you well?
Yeah, you know. It was pretty intense, but nothing I couldn't handle. So, anyway, now that we've both got leave, maybe you'd want to go somewhere? Holbrook is nice this time of year.
Sure, why not?
I don't know who these two are, but okay. Also, they did the thing that they did in End of Dragons where like you get all this like epilogue dialogue to go through. While also the credits are running, which is kind of like distracting. Ah, the so-called champion of Tyria. A shame we never got to lock horns. I'm surprised you're a part of this.
I'm surprised you're part of this.
Did you expect to see me in chains? You Tyrians can be so naive. Allow me to enlighten you. I served at the side of the king for longer than your kind can conceive of. Who knows the cryptist better than I? Our fledgling king is wise enough to know she will need my counsel. That is worth more than retribution will gain her. Let that be a lesson for you then. Your sense of justice will always be subservient to your practical needs.
It must sting to be on the losing side.
It must sting to be on the losing side.
Do I not stand here among the victors, Tyrion? Do I not still have my horns? My allegiance to Epoch ended with his betrayal of my brother. It was the only loyalty I held higher. You may not count me as a true ally, but here I stand all the same.
You believe Paitha can rule the Cryptis, then?
You believe Paitha can rule the Cryptis, then?
It is power and authority that rules in Nyos, Tyrion. As long as she holds them, the Cryptis will follow. But do not think that Paitha alone is capable. It is not Providence that has placed the crown atop her head. If she fails, it is a minor setback. The throne of midnight can seat another.
It seems you care little about the fate of your people.
It seems you care little about the fate of your people.
My people? You know nothing of my people. You understand so little, but you speak so boldly. I have given everything for the survival of the Cryptis. I have acted always for the future of Nyos. But I see what you cannot. That the Cryptis can only be led through strength. I did what needed to be done. Do you have the conviction to do the same?
I'm tired of your presence. Goodbye. Oh. Anise is not happy with Livia just disappearing, up and disappearing like that. Alright. I mean, Livia is still, you know, part of the Shining Blade, so she still does have obligations to the Queen. She's kind of in a, honestly, kind of a good spot between the Astral Ward and Divinity's Reach. After the Cryptis invaded Omnitus, I can't say I felt much sympathy for them. Surprised Dagda did, but given what the battle took out of her, or Isgarn for that matter, but glad to see the job is done. What will you do next? I'd love to be working in the forge. Rather swing a hammer at an anvil than a demon, preferably a stationary target. Sounds nice. Yeah, it sure does. Reality is, there's a lot of to negotiate with this new Cryptis alliance. They'll probably end up in a lot of political arguments. Some of those with myself. Ah, good luck. Alright. Oh, well, okay. I was gonna say, if you don't let me use the mountain here, we're gonna have some problems. Preferably me navigating this maze of a place.
Wayfinder! You made
Doja!
So did you. Your help on the field was... that entrance. Your power is incredible.
Thanks. Still getting used to how it feels. What is next for you, then?
Not sure. Tyria doesn't know what happened here or in Nyos. I don't know how long we can go without telling them. I guess we're following Isgarin's lead until then. So long as everyone is safe.
He knows we need to do something. Tyria is blood in the water now. Who knows what's sniffing around?
Or is ready to bite.
Right.
How about you? Any exciting wizardly duties?
Exciting? Maybe. Once we've figured out what to do with the fractal inhabitants, I, might explore the mists. There's so much out there to explore, to learn. So many things that might help Tyria.
That sounds like quite the adventure.
Are you gonna be okay without, me?
Everyone is going to be fine.
Good. I'll see you later, Commander. Wayfinder. I'm sorry.
Goodbye, Zojia.
If I could, I would also pet your bald head. Your bald shark goblin head. I'm very surprised we didn't get as much Zojia. Only during the first half. And then they just kind of cut her out, and it's like, oh, okay. I'm just kind of quietly reading it to myself. Okay. It's an undelivered note, meaning that he had second thoughts. But I guess he was just worried about Dagda. Like, if anything happens to her, then, you know, shit hits the fan. Says explore all the areas. This was Maban's area. Wayfinder, congratulations. How are you feeling? Any injuries? Happy? Tired? You look tired. Thanks. Narcisse. Non-committal as always. Well, come find me in the Sky Garden if you need a salve. You ever try meditation with Gaul? I'll keep that in mind. Helping the ward while also helping Cryptus. It's truly magnificent what you've accomplished, seriously. Go get some rest. Thanks, I'll try. Journal. Waiting sorrow. I see. I don't know what to make about any of the Waiting Sorrow stuff at this time. But it's starting to sound like she's a little bit haunted by something. Here, the books and artifacts are acquired from Zakuros as you requested. Kindly return these to the vault in a timely fashion. Even wizards are not exempt from due dates, much as it seems they believe otherwise. You know, that's actually kind of a funny, like, thing you should do for your fantasy world building. No matter how powerful the wizard, the librarian is a force to be reckoned with. They can and will revoke your library card, and they can and will enforce late fees that you will pay a lifetime for. Oh, Wayfinder. I've decided to give a quick lecture. The cryptids are fascinated with Tyria. Want to pick the topic? Sure, why don't you teach them a song? Well, that sounds great. I'll think of one. Can these creatures even sing? Is there more? Why don't you tell them about the flora and fauna? Oh yes, that's a great topic. Don't want anyone getting sick, though. Some of them look as though they could eat rocks and not feel a thing. Yeah, they love that crunch. Tell them about the sights of Tyria. Great idea. Mountains, forests, deserts. I've got so many areas to describe. Do they even have forests in Nios? Sort of. Good luck. They sort of do. I mean, they take things from dreams and then just kind of, you know, add it into there. Is this below me? Over conversation. The lore. No, it's not down here. Interesting. Glade is thrilled to see you, Wayfinder. Urchik too, but Urchik knew you'd survive. The commander will outlive his Garin, is what I always say, right, Glade? Glade's shaking her head, Richard. When she shakes her head, that means yes, right, Glade? Was that a nod a no, then? Probably the most important thing is that you are safe. Of that, Skrit is certain. Thanks, I appreciate it. And Glade's honesty. Where is this one? Is it up here? Yeah, it's up here. It's the frog guy. Frog person. Oh, Wayfinder. So much experiment, eh? Cultural exchange with the Cryptus. Excellent work making this happen. Wasn't all my doing. No need for modesty. Regardless, I see they have delegates here tasting Tyrian food. I smell an opportunity for reciprocation. You want to try Cryptus cuisine? Ugh, no, of course not. But imagine what I could create with ingredients from an entirely new realm. Ingredients we've never seen. It's going to be delightful. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. We live in exceedingly interesting times, wouldn't you say? An alliance between the Cryptus and the Wizard's Tower after centuries of turmoil. Do you think it will last? No idea, but I never considered an opportunity to begin with, so perhaps it will, and I hope it does. I'd rather argue policy than stab tentacles. Don't tell Frodo I said that. I think he'd agree with you. Look at them, they're all getting along. Just chilling with the sky scale. Now what's in here? Oh. I thought this room was connected. It is not. A group of Cryptus seem to be playing hide and seek, making themselves comfortable already. Hello, my dear. I was just giving our new friends a bit of a tour before I depart. I know it's been entertaining, but our time together is at an end for now. You have a strange idea of entertaining. Worse has been said about me over the centuries. None of it true, of course. So what's your plan now? I'll wait for somebody to need me. They always do. Perhaps it'll be you, hmm? In the meantime, don't miss me too much, fellow Wayfinder. I think Anise needs you? Probably. What about a niece, huh? You should probably go back to Divinity's Reach and check in with them. I'm just saying. Oh, there's one up there. Okay. I want to get all the spots, that's all. Oh, Isgarin. I didn't get Isgarin's stuff? Okay. Well, you have succeeded in your mission, another in your long list of accomplishments. Truly, you have been essential, Wayfinder. It seems Zojja and Mabam were right about you. Will you still try to keep the Astral Ward a secret?
Will you still try to keep the Astral Ward a secret?
The value of secrecy has not diminished, but I must admit it will be difficult to hide what has happened here. And a truth half uncovered is often more dangerous than one fully revealed. If there is time still to shield Tyria from the knowledge of its own frailty, then that must be done. I will evaluate our options, however, and come to whatever conclusion best suits Tyria as a whole.
Why didn't you come to help us sooner?
Why didn't you come to help us sooner?
Such accusation. From your tone, one would think my support never arrived at all. You are not so naive as the rest of them, Wayfinder. You know better than foolish idealism. Until I could be certain that my support would ensure your victory, committing our forces would have been pointless. I do not act without careful consideration. I have lived a long time with the consequences of my prior impulsiveness.
Will this peace hold?
Will this peace hold?
I expect so. But there are contingencies for any eventuality. We will not be caught unaware again. It will take far beyond your lifespan for their forces to grow strong enough to be a threat again anyway. But peace will last only as long as we remain strong enough to enforce it. That is the only reason it ever lasts.
That is all for now. We've done it, Wayfinder. Paitha sits the throne, for better or worse. You must believe she's better than Eparch. If I didn't, I wouldn't have put my own life on the line to join you and Zojja in the battle at Zakuros. But nothing is certain. You know that as well as anyone. Fair enough. I do believe we did the right thing. I believe in Paitha. The Cryptists are strange, yet not so different in many ways. When they're not eating each other. Straightforward as always, Dagda. The telescope is pointed skyward. View. The skies look a bit clearer tonight than they have before. The perfect night to reflect. In the distance there are fireworks. Beyond, stars stretch into the vast reaches of the heavens. Oh, they're showing them Winter's Day. Interesting. Let's hope that we don't get like a Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh god. A Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's called A Nightmare Before Cryptus. I'm funny. But while we're kind of airing a little bit as we try to find everything, again, I'll give some opinions. So that way I don't have to do it at the end. So, Secrets of the Obscure had a lot of like potential to kickstart a new arc after the Elder Dragons and give us a chance to explore the other world building stuff of Guild Wars. But it also is like, it felt rushed in some places. It didn't feel all that fleshed out. I do actually agree that the first half did actually have, you know, it showed its potential. It showed a lot of potential, and it gave us like a good starting point. I'm like, all right. And then we got to the patch chapters, which was the last three things that we did. Or not the last three things, but you know, the last three story beats, which was Through the Veil, Realm of Dreams, and the Midnight King. And yeah, I have to agree that they did kind of drop the ball on this one. Oh, no, I didn't want to leave yet. Oh shit. Oh, that just confirms it. Okay. My bad. I'm still collecting all the lore bits. It's still letting me collect all the lore bits. Just touching that portal made it so I could, so I can collect the reward. Anyways, I feel like when it came to like handling Zoja, it felt awkward. All the characters felt kind of like we were like dropped in the middle of something, and it kind of reminded me of like how like Living Story Season 2 felt. For probably a lot of people that didn't play Living Story Season 1. Because when Season 2 came out, Season 1 was like not in the game like it is right now, where it was just like, all right, it's FOMO time with the story. And because of that, it felt like these characters, you know, they all have a history with each other, but I don't even know what the heck's going on. I didn't get a chance to like bond with any of them. The only one that really kept me around was Zoja. And of course, you know, some of them do grow on you over time, but I feel like we didn't have enough time to actually fully have them grow on you. Not as much as like, you know, Bram, Rox, Timey, and the others, Joring, Casimir. I feel like in comparison, it was super short. It was like the constant like display of danger. It was just very chaotic, and it just kind of throws you in it. It's like, hey, I want to know more about you. There is no time. The demons are attacking. And it's just kind of like, you know, it's a shame. Because I feel like I would have probably liked these characters, and I'm sure we'll probably explore more of them again. In time. I'm sure in time. Are you up here? This tower confuses me. Why can't you wizards just have a mansion? Something less vertical. What you doing? Oh, not like those brush strokes are quite aggressive. What's going on? I'm trying to show them how to paint. They aren't quite grasping the finesse required. Let me see. I'm expressing myself. It is not what is needed of me. What do you say, teacher? Yes, but with a deft touch, and we want to apply some color theory, and you know what? Never mind, you're doing great. Art is subjective. Keep practicing. It is definitely not a science. There might be some science, but it's not necessary. But yeah. I also, like, again, I gotta state this. I really don't like how they've been handling, like, adding filler stuff. I'd rather have more instances in the story beats, rather than run around in the open world and just kind of mess around. I'm like, I really don't want to mess around that much. Or at least if you're gonna have me run around in the open world, and like give me better objectives than just doing the events. I don't know. It feels like they kind of regressed a little bit in some ways. It's not a very good direction, but I also know that John Thier Wilds has had similar complaints in terms of like in terms of like how like it just followed the same like kind of disappointing pattern. So I'm kind of bracing for that in future streams of Guild Wars 2, where it has a solid start but then a disappointing payoff. Which is a shame because like I hear like the premise is pretty decent. Again. Looks like you pulled it off, Wayfinder. The whole of Nyos owes you their lives, whether they realize it or not. Have you changed your mind about the Cryptus?
Have you changed your mind about the Cryptus?
Why would I have? I never doubted that Pathos forces could win. Just what her victory would really mean. We're going to find out if they're as capable of peace as you hope. It'll be a long time before we know the answer. I'm no warmonger, Wayfinder. If they maintain the peace, I am happy to do likewise. If Tyria is safe, I am satisfied.
What did you report to Iskarin?
What did you report to Iskarin?
That Pathos' army was winning, and that Astral Ward support should be sent to end the war. What? Not what you expected? I'm a man of my word, Wayfinder. I asked you to prove that you could win, and you did. I held up my end of the bargain. He took a little convincing, of course, but I know how he thinks. A chance to avenge the deaths of Vas, Hakim, and Maban. To give a punitive lecture to Eparch. He was never going to miss that opportunity.
Maybe Iskarin will make you the ambassador of Nyos.
Maybe Iskarin will make you the ambassador to Nyos.
I like you, Wayfinder.
Oh, I made him laugh, huh? I think they mentioned like earlier in Secrets of the Obscure he does not humor easily. Or it seems like that. Hello, welcome on in. Wayfinder, come to enjoy the pond? I haven't relaxed in a long time. Might take some practice. I think so. Looks like everyone is getting along. That's a good start. Oh, you're about to take the dive? Never seen gameplay of this before, as far as I know. Unfortunately, we're kind of at the end of wrapping this up and a story beat. But I do recommend actually checking this game out if you like MMOs. Eek! Are you going to dive? That's a long way down. Maybe. Still thinking, why do this? Is scary? Is fun? Well, it's up to you. There's only one way to find out. It's kind of funny that someone, like, I mentioned, like, oh yeah, like, this expansion has its flaws, I still recommend the game. My brother used to play this all the time, but I grew up with RuneScape. Those are definitely very different MMOs. I played a little bit of RuneScape, but not like extensively. I just kind of like peeked at it personally, and it was like, it really wasn't my style. I was even like hesitant about like 14, because 14 had a very like, you know, old school MMO feel to it. It's, I like more action, like more actiony MMOs like Guild Wars 2 and Elder Scrolls Online. It's more of a game you leave in the background, yeah. That I can believe, because like the most I've ever seen of RuneScape involves a lot of crafting. But anyways, we're about to wrap up for the night. It's a very long stream. We're about to cut it short here. And next time we stream Guild Wars 2, it's going to be the start of John Thier Wilds. We'll only have like 5 major acts to go before we actually are fully caught up. And I think by the time we either finish or in the middle of John Thier Wilds, they'll be probably announcing the newest expansion at this time. And we'll probably talk about that in future streams.